Freddie Mercury and Queen, depending on when you grew up, they might mean totally different things to you. You might have been reminded of them because of the movie Wayne's World. You may have grown up when they were active and touring the world. You may have seen later iterations of the band with other people filling in for the late, great Freddie Mercury. But one thing's for sure, Queen has been an enormous band for several decades now. So we haven't really talked a lot about Queen on the channel. So I thought that today would be a good time for me to do 5 songs to start with regarding Queen. And so with 5 songs to start with, this isn't something we're looking for like deep songs in a catalog or deep cuts. That's what the Hidden Gems series is for. With 5 songs to start with, the idea behind this series is basically if somebody asked me, you know, hey, I'm looking to get into Queen, where should I start? These are the first 5 songs I would tell them to listen to. Very first song by Queen that I would tell anybody to listen to for a multitude of reasons is Another One Bites the Dust. It's very different than a lot of other Queen music, and I know they're a very diverse band, but this is funk and rock and R&B all on one song, and I really think gives people a good idea of like how many different directions this band could go in. From that direction, I would lean a little bit more toward the rock side of things with a song with rock in the title, We Will Rock You. Again, I would assume if somebody says, even if someone says, hey, you know, what 5 songs should I listen to by Queen? I assume if they've ever been out in public, they've heard at least the beat to We Will Rock You. But again, it's just, it's such an interesting song, even though, I mean, it's an enormous hit, but it's such an interesting song that is the second song I would tell someone, oh, you like Another One Bites the Dust? Well, check out this completely different type of music right here that they made. The next one that I'm going to is definitely something from their later era in the 80s when there was a lot more synths and pop sensibilities about what Queen was doing. But this one, not only musically would I tell someone to listen to it because of it sounds completely different than the first 2 songs that I mentioned, but also it's tied in closely with Freddie, and it's one of those songs that's still very relevant today. The song I Want to Break Free, which again, Freddie's vocals are excellent on this cut and really aren't diminished in any way, shape, or form from what you heard earlier in Queen's career. But I really like that the band takes chances here. And again, if you had heard We Will Rock You and Another One Bites the Dust, and then you hear this, you're really starting to get an idea of how diverse the band can be. Now, the next one that's included on this list, and I don't do this a lot, is just included on here because it's one of my favorites, and I do think it's an underrated song. But I think it shows people the hardest edge rock that Queen did, which I think is something that is kind of sorely lacking. Like a lot of people don't know that Queen did do some harder edged hard rock songs. A song called Hammer to Fall, which was a huge hit really all over the U.S. So this might seem remedial if you're watching this video outside of the U.S. But here in the U.S. really wasn't that big of a hit. And to me, it's one of those songs that, again, it encompasses almost everything, maybe except for the R&B aspect of the songs that I've listed so far. And I think it really shows everything that Queen could do when they put their mind to rocking. The last one that I would tell anybody to listen to if you're looking to get into Queen, and again, this is kind of along the lines of I Want to Break Free as far as my reasons for including this one, is The Show Must Go On, which is, yes, it's a ballad. Yes, it's extremely personal to Freddie Mercury's situation and the band's situation with what happened with us losing Freddie so early. But it's a big, sprawling, huge ballad of and it's a rockin' ballad too. But to me, again, it really shows, like, if you were to put on Another One Bites the Dust and then We Will Rock You and then this song, no one would really believe, other than the voice, that that's the same people on those songs. So for me, it's a great way to round that out because it really gives you an idea of, wow, there's a ton of stuff that you're going to find across the Queen catalog just from after you listen to these 5 songs. So those are 5 songs I would tell you to start with from Queen. Like we always say on these videos, we love the interaction. Every time we get more comments, we love to talk to people about what you think about my picks, what I think about yours. And if you would please share this video out across your socials, because it helps for more people to find the channel. Also drop a like on the channel if you get a chance. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.